Yo, the enemy's public, I gotta keep my eyes open. Pay attention, stop walking around like you blindfolded. This not the World Cup, but Nasir be kicking knowledge. This the type of information you can never learn in college. It's time to fight back, it's no more trying to play it cool. We got interviews, podcasts, and got the latest news. So sit back and relax, we about to get it started. Earth is a canvas, and guess who's the con artist? They brainwashing us, the system corrupted. You are now rocking with the enemy's public. You are now rocking with the enemy's public. I said you are now rocking with the enemy's public. Hey.
A once goal-driven, ambitious Sapphire turns to the street life after the sudden death of her big brother Dre. Dre's best friend Devontae tries to honor his homeboy's last request of looking out for his baby sister. A rebellious Sapphire makes it very difficult for Devontae to carry out his promise. Author Angela King James presents Fire. Get it on Amazon, on paperback, or Kindle.
Smell a new world order. I 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 smell a new world order. Check your soul and cause the tape is rolling. The black don't crack with that party and stacks. Jump back, come on, wax them tracks. Johnny Juice cutting live like them old 45s. Strong songs survive on them quick ass records. 95 beats per second, PE record. Now the color of death looks like your future's history. Now why you dissing me? Cause it ain't no mystery. On the outside, peeking in into your free ride, no way we can win. Cause it's the beginning of the end of your liberal friends who sometimes pretend everything's changed. Wow, nothing's changed much. Don't y'all know this is Chuck D? Says to the left of this, and to the right of that, just black. Don't y'all know where my mind be at? Shit, I wanna know where's the rest of my cats. High trees be catching a lot of wind, my friend. I smell a new world order. Here we go again. I smell a new world order. 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 I flock the refugees who flock to me. The roots, the crew, and kick aside the genocide in the juice. Comedians, actors, nuclear reactors, players and ball players, singers, dancers, and rhyme sayers. Why do us like you do? Skidoo, fuck the residue. Frustrated 5-on-2, no breaks for mad crews. Now who the fuck is you? Cause we sick of you. Now who the fuck is you? Cause we sick of you. Community hoses who be posing the poses in street clothes. You be closest and closest. Now every rhyme be for the future of mankind. Crazy heads, they be cutting off their dreads. Ruining health with little knowledge of self. Income taxes breaking off the backs off of blacks who done 400 years in this abyss. So I'm pissed. So the fuck is this new world order? I smell a new world order. 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 Some things in the air when the smoke clears. Will it only be white folks and nothing but black jokes? How many be gone if they bomb barbershops and hair salons? It's time to .com, time to .com. Before they rub out clubs where you get your drink on. Mother, father, sister, bro, love is a message. But war be the front page and its message. Ghetto celebs spread by the hundreds, back by the same tactics. With us in the tundra going under, avoiding cries from sodomized society. It's scary getting screwed without a dictionary. It's scary getting screwed without a dictionary. It's scary getting screwed without a dictionary. The world's in the ball of confusion. The world's in the ball of confusion. The world is a ball of confusion. The world is a ball of confusion.
Peace. This is the enemy's public. I am Bro.Nasir. I smell a new world odor. Presidential campaigns already broken promises. Speaking about the election of 2024, my question is, should we, our people, sit this election out, or should we run to the polls? That's my question. In all actuality, I don't think any of us truly can justify voting in an election. I know what people will tell us. It would be the same old saying, you know, our people died to be able to vote, you know, and people fought to do it. I was asked, what is our benefit of voting? Our benefit of voting is the same benefit of not voting. You don't get a damn thing. We are the only people who get absolutely nothing for our votes. Now, when Barack Obama was president, he made the excuse that he's not the black president. He's a president for everybody. That's what he said. But they left out two words in that sentence. My strong, humble sentiment is based on, you know, the tangibles we received, 0, while he was president, and the laws passed against us while he was president, and the laws that was passed on behalf of others while he was president. The two words that was left out is besides us, because everybody got something from that dude besides us, you know, as far as elections and voting, and our votes get taken for granted. Not mine, because I never did it, but we as a people, our votes get taken for granted. And we're always told, okay, the next 4 years, the next time I'll do something. Or we just straight out get told, I'm not doing anything for you and your people. Before I get into some videos, I want to say peace to my brother Big Dog Philly OG, my brother DJ ZPE, my brother Key Norfolk, my sister Stephanie Burke, my brother the realist McCoy. Everybody else must be in the bushes. I can't see you, so I can't say peace to you. But everybody out there, even if I can't see you and you haven't made a comment, peace. I hope you're absolutely well. Now, I'm going to put the link in the chat. Anybody want to come up and have this discussion with your brother can do so. My sentiment is, can't nobody justify myself, Bro.Nasir, going to the polls and voting for a politician. You've seen the thumbnail to this live stream. That's the lowest. I mean, that's the highest I can give a politician. It's the highest I can give a politician. And I'm really being kind with my gesture as far as a politician. You know, I've always said neither party is mine, not the jackass or the elephant. Neither party is mine. And I always said a politician is not worthy of wiping the backside. None of them. So those who say they are voting right or left, it's all dependent on where you want to be stabbed. Salute to the brother Chief 18 Wills. It's all dependent on where you want to be stabbed. You want to be stabbed in the back, you want to be stabbed in the chest. You're still stabbed. You can be stabbed in your heart from the back. You can be stabbed in your heart from the front. Well, at least if you see the person coming, you can defend yourself. Democrats act like they're your friend. They have used our people since we got into that party. You know, it's like, remember how they did Carrie in the old school movie? Invited her to a party and they did all that stuff to her. Mm-hmm. That's us in these parties. That's us in these parties. Peace to my brother, Big Dog Philly OG. Mic check, brother. Mic check. That's how they do us at the parties. They do us like Carrie in the Democratic Party, but at least the Republican Party let them know how, or let us know how they feel about us, and we can go accordingly. We don't go accordingly when it comes to the Democrats. We don't go accordingly when it comes to Republicans. A lot of us seem to think that. Peace to my brother Key Norfolk. A lot of us seem to think that one party is better than the other. And they make an attempt to distinguish the Democrats from the Republican as if one is better than the other. One is not better than the other. One is just more evil than the other, but they're both evil. I wouldn't vote for anyone on a ballot. First, I don't want nobody governing over me. I don't care who is president. I don't. And when Biden was elected, I did a stream. And I said to our people, talk to me in 4 years and tell me how it went after you gave your vote to this old, decrepit, senile man who's told you he's not going to do nothing for you. So that is vice president. She told you she's not going to do nothing for us. And it's exactly, but at least they kept their promise. Unlike other ones, they kept their promise. Some said they're going to do something for us and didn't keep their promise. They said they're not going to do anything for us, and they kept their promise. Salute to my brothers, Big Dog Philly OG and Kilo. Salute.
Mic check, mic check.
Loud and clear, brother.
Appreciate you, the enemy's public. Much love to you and the family. Much love to my brother Key. Much love to everybody in the chat. Love and respect. You know, this is one of my favorite topics, you know, voting, politics. You know, how can we be a part of something when they amended us? We was amended in. They took us as less than human.
Yes,
you know, so so basically they want us to think our vote counts, but our life don't.
Yes, sir. They amended us in, brother. That is so beautifully put. Are they humans? Yay or nay? That's crazy.
My dick, good brothers.
Yes, sir. Loud and clear, brother.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, peace and power, brother. Loud and clear.
Salute, man. I'm just glad I was able to join, man. Salute,
yeah, loud and clear, brother.
Salute to y'all. Much love and respect, my two brothers, man. I appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir. You're much appreciated also, brother. Yeah, we was amended, brother. And to the, as humans. And you said it so perfectly. Our vote count like our life do. It don't. Peace to the brother P. Moses. Peace to the brother Bronx Flat Power God. Salute to you, brothers.
Salute, Grand Rising. Much love to everyone on the panel and in the chat.
I always said, I always wonder why people did that, went to the polls and voted when we get absolutely nothing. We've never gotten anything for our vote, and we always are taken for granted, and everybody gets something for their vote besides us. And I don't understand how some of our people don't see anything wrong with it. Peace to Lee Butts. Thanks for coming through. Peace to you. I don't understand why our people don't see anything wrong with us not getting anything for our votes. Now, my sentiment is, I don't know if the brothers share the same sentiment, that 2024, our people should just set out this election. Don't even go. What you brothers think?
I'm with you there, brother. Non-participation. Show these people we don't believe in their politics anymore. We tired of the lies. We tired of voting and not getting any tangibles from it. We're just wishing or participating. Y'all got it.
Yes, sir. Brother Key, what do you think? Should we sit this out, or should we do like we've been doing, as the brother said last week, continuing our insanity and run to the polls? Because I think it's insanity.
Same here. That's why I looked up that definition and said that's what voting we're doing when we're voting. We're casting our votes and wishing these people do something for us when we have a long stretch of history that shows they ain't doing nothing for us, but we still voting. Go ahead, brother.
It's the same as, a lot of our people don't realize that when we behave like that, we are seeing these people as some, higher power entity, because we are, like you said, wishing and hoping that they'll do something for us, and they never do it. They never show up on our behalf. Now, can you imagine, brother? We have people that attack us, like in Brooklyn. The Asians were attacking Black women in the nail salons, the beauty salons, and the supply stores. And they get the law passed to protect them instead of us. A Caucasian man kills some Asian women in Atlanta a year or two ago. And they justify passing a law to protect them. It's a hate crime to, if they come at you, they start with you, and you end up going to blows with them, you get charged with the hate crime. Every act of violence unnecessarily, or because of somebody's ethnicity or somebody's, the color of somebody's skin, should be considered a hate crime. If you commit a crime or violent crime on somebody because of that, it should automatically be a hate crime. Not because someone starts with you and you end up going to blows, you get charged. That person don't even get charged. You have racist Asian cops on the police force. Now, Peter Lang in New York shot Akai Gurley years ago. And they came out in droves to support that cop who shot a brother when he shot indiscriminately in a stairwell in New York, ended up killing somebody. And they came out in droves to support him. Yet on that, the presidential campaigns, sticking to the subject, these politicians, some of them, will come and they'll make promises after already broken promises. And they always tell us, our people, next time. And then they do their 2 terms and they're gone. And then the next person, I guess they pass the baton and say, look, tell them next time. And then they do their terms and they'll say next time. And we, as you said, Brother Big Dog, never get anything tangible. They'll do something symbolic. They'll do a symbolic gesture like give us a damn so-called holiday like Juneteenth. They'll do that. Those are symbolic gestures. Or they'll give us some type of holiday, I call a holiday, a reason for us to sort of, stay home and cook out and shake our ass. But they don't give us anything tangible for our vote. And we need to stop going to those polls and stop them from taking our votes for granted. Now,
and Brother Nasir, real quick, we have to remember that these elected officials work for the corporation. We were taught that they're for the people, but they work for the corporation and they get paid by the corporation. I'm going to give you an example. I worked for the post office for a lot of years. We had something called shop stewards who were supposed to defend the employees' rights, but those shop stewards work for the corporation. So they're going to be fighting for the corporation's rights, not the employees.
They make it seem like they're for the employees.
Inclusion of illusion.
Exactly. See, that's the thing, bro. I was speaking about state-sponsored news earlier today with someone, and I said if the United States committed an act of terrorism, which they have done, the news is not going to get on the program and say they committed an act of terrorism because it's state-sponsored news. They're not going to say how it is. They're going to justify it being done. They're going to create a boogeyman in whatever nation they bombed to justify bombing that nation. See, the state sponsor, the real news, you would have to get it from somewhere else. CBS, that's what you see, BS.
Facts. They give us that fake news, man, to help paint the narrative of the direction that they trying to take the economy in the world. That's what all the information that they push. It's like a situation building type of narrative with it. You understand what I'm saying? There's always an agenda to the things that they do put out. So that's why, we got somebody like the Enemy's Public or Big Dog Philly OG, the Bro Sanchez, Information Man, the people out here who bringing the information to the people and trying to talk about it with a sense of concern, rather than agenda pushing. You know what I'm saying? That's why we really need these platforms that we got, man, with this YouTube thing, man.
Yes, sir. And that's why my acronym for news is never ending white supremacy. That's news to me, because that's the approach that they take. And they don't tell the truth, and they don't even fully get into the subject. It's all briefing. You see how long they stay on the subject, right? See how long they stay on the story, right? Unless it's some type of exclusive and they do a special program. Other than that, all they do is put something in your head, and it's always a spin to spin your mind somewhere else towards them. It's always a spin.
Brother, you just called it out. Like, it's something called a briefing. Like, that's what we really get. We don't get the in-depth.
Exactly.
We
It's a
don't
briefing.
get the situation. We continue to circulate the briefing, and that's just keep spinning like your damn Wi-Fi ain't working or something. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I call it a news brief.
Right.
Because
exactly.
And they're gonna do it fast too. Brief. They're gonna do it fast.
Yes, sir.
And you know, a lot of times when you hear these commercials and you get a guy at the end of the commercial talking real fast, I always say you can't trust him. He's talking too goddamn fast.
That's mainly on medication commercials. They do that.
Yeah, you're right about that, and that's where I'm going. Like you can't trust him.
Exactly.
He's talking too damn fast.
It's gonna cause headaches, erectile dysfunction.
Like you said, they start talking real fast, and they to get it over with.
And you know what's funny? It's funny when they sneak death in that motherfucker when they talk real fast.
Yeah,
and people still buy this shit. That's crazy, man.
yeah, that is crazy how they do that though. Yeah, you know, it's a new world order and it's a new world odor. See, because these presidential campaigns, they get real funky and disrespectful. And they have actually lowered the bar with the behavior that they display. They lowered the bar. They actually lowered the bar of who can become the highest executive in the nation. Look what we have to choose from. If we were participating in that, look what we had to choose from. If I participated from my 18th birthday to today, I will be looking at this is what we have to choose from. Donald Trump, Chris Christie, Joe Biden, Vivek Ramaswamy, Ron DeSantis. I don't know who else was running, but these guys that I mentioned, it's like you would expect to see elephants, tigers, you know, people selling peanuts and the whole nine, because it's a circus. It's a straight circus.
Yes, sir. Oh, go ahead, brother.
You got it, brother.
Yeah, I was going to say real quick, you know, like I said, the presidents, vice presidents, mayors, and governors, they work for these, for the corporation. We've been taught that they're for the people, but that's a lie. They work for the corporation. We have never seen a president change the course of direction that this corporation been going in. They all been going warp speed ahead. So, you know, it's a misnomer to think that basically a president is going to change what this corporation is doing, where he's just another employee. Go ahead, brother.
You are absolutely correct, and they conduct business as usual. And if they get in their mind, and if they have any inclination, if they're going to attempt to change the course of how they conduct business, you know what happened to them.
Yes, sir.
You know what happened. You know what happened to them, i.e. Dallas. You know, i.e. John Wilkes Booth. You know what happens to these guys when they call themselves going to make any type of change. They're not allowed to. You're not going to come in and change the course of what they you have the president, then you have the executives. You have the House. You have the Speaker of the House. And what's crazy about that is you have a president, then you have a Congress, then you have the Senate, and whoever controls the Senate controls every goddamn thing. And that's the crazy part to me. And these guys, like let's take Donald Trump for instance. He was able to pull it off with all he's done. He was able to pull it off and become president with all he's done. Cheating on his, taxes, which I don't have no problem with that. I don't. But all the other crooked things he did, I don't care nothing about nobody cheating on their taxes.
A lot of people do. It's that wretched attitude, man. Because a lot of our people think see, I'm glad that this was spoke about earlier. A lot of people want to attach ratchetness to being black or being what's called a nigga. Like, ratchetness is ratchetness.
Yes.
That's all it is. So when we don't understand that they have us operating out of a black energy, black is dark. So when we're operating out of a dark energy, now this is a discussion within itself. Other nationalities and other people can portray this dark energy, and it'll make people feel like they connected with us. Like, oh, he doing crime, he a nigga, or he cheated on he ain't pay his taxes. That's what niggas do. Or he went to jail. That's what niggas do. So I'm gonna vote for him. Now these people are smart enough.
Yeah, he cheated on his wife. That's what niggas do.
Cheated on his wife. Yeah, that type of shit. Yeah,
that's American. That's American. That's apple pie, though, bro.
That's right.
All what you mentioned is American as apple pie, bro. And baseball. All of it. Now, if somebody decide that they're not gonna give the government their money, I'm not mad at them. I'm not. But you have to keep in mind that you're only a shareholder if you invest. At the same time, don't expect nothing back if you don't. But the thing is, he did get returns. And yes, the realest McCoy, Donald Trump said he go around grabbing women by their privates. And he was able to become president after saying that. And he had sexual charges against him while he, became president the first time. And also, what's crazy about that is they're saying it's a witch hunt now because they held it off. I'm not understanding why. This is just how wicked this America's jurisprudence is. The man became president when he had women saying that he, touched them inappropriately. And he still was able to become president. And they going after him now. Not saying that they shouldn't, but it's just that it's how it's being done. Don't think for a stretch of imagination that I give one iota of damn for Donald Trump, because I don't. And I feel the same way about Biden too. Both of them need to sit down somewhere because, they're two old, decrepit men who thirst for power. That's all they are, especially Donald Trump. He'll say he'll do this. And what's crazy about it, some of our people believe him when he say he's going to do this or going to do that. And a lot of our people think that because he say he's going to do something that is going to benefit us. You think that man talking about doing anything that's benefiting us, even the thing that's concerning the immigrants? Immigrants was here when Donald Trump was. Immigrants came here when Donald Trump was president. You treated them like shit, but they was here. And he's going to do what he's told. See, he's not a politician, so he don't know how to play the game. And that's why he's where he's at now, getting indicted left and right. Because he figured, well, look, I'm the president. I can keep these papers at my house. I'm president. I can do this. I can do that. I can do business with people I want to do business with anywhere I want to do business with. So that's why he's in the predicament he's in now, because he think the president got executives. He can make the executive decisions and he can do anything he wants. No, you can't. You can't. And he's indicted, and he may not even be on the ballot. He may not be. But, you know, it's not like I care if he's on the ballot, because I'm not going to the polls.
You know what, brother? You know, we need to have our own code outside. And, you know, this is why I love having this. No matter what we're talking about, is under the you know, the whole thought of divorcing the system. And the reason I say this is because we need to have a moralistic status amongst our people.
Yes.
It's certain things that, you know, we shouldn't be able to do moralistically that should keep us from holding certain positions. And because a certain person who is not, you know, careful or conscious of their morals and how they present themselves in public, how can we let those type of people be leaders? That's why we get laughed at and shit when people know Donald Trump running our country and all these weirdos are running our country and shit they doing.
Hey,
these
Key.
unmoralistic practices, man. Yeah,
I didn't mean to cut you off, brother. I'm gonna give it right back to you. But we're dealing with motherfuckers that don't have morals. So we gonna have morals and they don't have morals. You got it.
Backwards, man. You know, this shit is upside down. You know what I'm saying? They attacking us on the outside in, you know, and we're allowing this, and we're on this type of RBG type of thinking. You know what I mean? And this was placed on us systematically. So we have to be able to have these discussions. I know a lot of people say, well, I'm tired of having the discussions. Well, you can't go to an elementary school after you graduate to 12th grade and say, man, shut the elementary schools down, because I graduated. So we all should be on the same level. We got to stop this shit and come up out of this, man.
Yeah,
each one teach one, each day, every day.
You know, Donald Trump and Joe Biden are the same kind of person. Donald Trump, in particular, represents the average Caucasian man in America. Their sentiment, their behavior, and how they do business. He represents that. He just rose to a executive level, all because he has the money to do so. If Donald Trump wasn't Donald Trump, the billionaire, he wouldn't be able to pull this off. He would not be able to pull this off. This lets you this white privilege at work and status privilege at work. Because even if he was, you know, the average white man can't become president. I'm gonna say it like that. Can't. You got to have a certain status and a certain amount of money. Because if you look at it, You got millionaires and billionaires fighting for a job. They only paid 400 grand a year. And we need to understand that power comes with that job. And more money come with that job because you're able to do, underhanded stuff. And that money is put in escrow. They're not spending that money while they're in the White House. Everything is free. So if you do 2 terms, you're coming out with 800 grand. Untouched money that collected interest for all those years. And then you're going on speaking engagement, making 50 grand here, 50 grand there, 100 grand there, going to college or speaking, and they spend the money to hear, in all actuality, a dummy speak. I can't understand the person that will stand and listen to either one of these guys speak. Listening to one of them speak is more frustrating than the other, but it's still frustration. One is talking about the other guy. One is, in all actuality, old and decrepit, and one is totally illiterate. One's falling all over the place, and one needs to sit down. Again, I wouldn't use a politician as bathroom tissue. That would be giving them credit. Exactly, DJ ZPE. The entire house of cards is led by the Joker. Chaos. Order through chaos. On purpose. That's how they get their order, through chaos. They create the problem, come up with the so-called solution, and then act like they did something, like they solved the problem when they created the problem in the first place. That's how they do things, order through chaos. And the new world order, self-explanatory, is funky. And that's how they get today. No decorum. You got 2 men in a presidential debate with no decorum, no dignity, so-called representing the people. Both of them representing each party, but they're up there sounding like less than high school students with the way they're going at each other. And we're going to see next year when the campaigns are vamped up. Watch how they behave. If there's a such thing of presidential behavior, because, since their inception, none of them, they may behave a certain way in public, run around shaking hands and walking down the steps of Air Force One and all that. Yet they've always been as funky as they are today. It's just that, remember the story about the naked truth catching up with the well-dressed lie? There you go. They're the well-dressed lie. And sometimes people get tired of pretending. Donald Trump is not that type that pretends. He gonna be the asshole that he is, public and private. That's just him. Which is sort of respectable. Not as far as giving him respect, respectable because you know how to treat him, because he's an asshole all the time, so you know how to treat him. I'd rather somebody, if they're an asshole, be an asshole all the time. Don't be some funny style sometime guy. He's an asshole all the time. So you know how to respect them. Respect don't mean always hold somebody in regard. You respect them on the level that they're on, even if there's no respect. It's the levels of respect. You got the reverence, respect, or you got that turn your nose up when you see him, avoid him, respect. It's a level of respect. Now, I'm gonna take a music break. And of course, it's gonna be some music from our community.
Yeah, you two-faced, and you wonder why you by yourself. This ain't the same face you showing everybody else. I see you smiling, but you hiding something underneath. Your mask will probably peel off, you turn the other cheek. You two-faced, you took the trust a nigga gave you. Became the reason that them blessings never came through. Every dog has its due date. To say you sorry, man, it's too late. So keep it moving, you were too big. I just rolled a head crack, trying to get my bread back. Niggas having too much fun, I'm about to dead that. Niggas think this shit is a game, to the leg clap. I tried to keep the hunger suppressed, but niggas fed that. You don't want it pointed your way, then niggas step back. Tell me how sorry you is, and I respect that. It could go a long way, nigga, you better check that. I could make a theory a fact, go ahead and test that. Yeah, you thought of setting me up, somebody said that. Justified for killing you niggas, I won't regret that. DVD, Gods of Rain, I bought the set back. Clowns start crossing me right where they get left at. The money that you bragging about, tell them to bet that. And watch me bring more than life for any death match. I don't talk business with niggas, cause that's a bad trap. 5950 they lies, who got the best cat? Yeah, you two-faced, and you wonder why you by yourself. This ain't the same face you showing everybody else. I see you smiling, but you hiding something underneath. Your mask will probably peel off, you turn the other cheek. You two-faced, you took the trust a nigga gave you. Became the reason that them blessings never came through. Every dog has its due date. To say you sorry, man, it's too late. So keep it moving, you a two-faced, two-faced. All you niggas, all you bitches, yeah, you two-faced. All you niggas, all you bitches, you been two-faced. Yeah, nigga, you been two-faced. Motherfucker, you been riding through my city streets looking for my enemies. Niggas violated first and they gon' pay the penalty. Being black in America, this what it did to me. Praying that they all die slow, I mean that literally. Being cool with loose ass niggas ain't did shit for me. When they tryna cover they lies before it get to me. Two-faced niggas ain't never who they pretend to be. Never was a friend of me, nigga, when you a friend of me. Yeah, you two-faced, and you wonder why you by yourself. This ain't the same face you showing everybody else. I see you smiling, but you hiding something underneath. Your mask will probably peel off, you turn the other cheek. You two-faced, you took the trust a nigga gave you. Became the reason that them blessings never came through. Every dog has its due date. To say you sorry, man, it's too late. So keep it moving, you a two-faced.
DVD music, Dangerous, Chris Cyphers.
Yeah. King shit. King bitch, I'm rolling purple mocha. Empire State, my frame, no fame, bitch, I'm coming like Sosa. Lames used to flake, now I give the cold shoulder. As you sit and watch, squad trying to take over. Starting with your bitch, I'ma hear when it's over. TG, watch me cantaloupe. Ciphers, no gimmicks, nigga, I'ma set the tone up. Music is my bitch, bow down to your owner. Yeah. Got these biddies on my tip. I can't believe a bum nigga wanna talk shit. You will never be a king, cause the shoes won't fit. When your crew is like you and y'all lose, that's it. You niggas smell like cottage cheese, there's no stopping me. Who hot as me when you look? You think I'm shopping spree? A lot of greed, I'm popping just like a lot of G's. I can tell that you copping, I see you jocking me. Yeah. I'm a kid. Yeah. Sour D Reaper, that's a Tifa on my cleaners. You ain't first, you last, bitch. I don't even see ya. Nope. Mama taught me independence, know that I don't need ya. Stop telling girls you wet, not rent it, homie, you're a cheater. Lame, them dudes cross faded like a fake chain. Yeah, that's like hanging out with 8 lanes. I'm banging out Vaughn beats, so make a game change. Or you gonna see this on me, take the damn game. Yeah, it's a damn shame, but it don't matter. I'm closing no books and I'm starting new chapters. I'm not the only king, but I don't see one after. You ain't talking money, homie, I'ma have to dab it. Yeah, so honestly, how you feel? Little bitch see me, she probably get you chills. You don't own a credit card, but your bro know the deal. Got my own bitch, nigga, play your part, just chill.
Shit fire.
Yeah.
Yo, the enemy's public, I gotta keep my eye.
A once gold drip. A Thank you. A once gold-driven, ambitious Sapphire turns to the street life after the sudden death of her big brother Dre. Dre's best friend Devontae tries to honor his homeboy's last request of looking out for his baby sister. A rebellious Sapphire makes it very difficult for Devontae to carry out his promise. Author Angela King James presents Fire. Get it on Amazon, on paperback, or Kindle. My wife's book called Fire is on Amazon on paperback or Kindle.
I'm gonna order that actually right now, good brother.
You won't be sorry, brother. Let you know.
Do I go to the link that's on your community wall?
Yes.
Okay, I want to show my support and I want to leave by example. And if y'all listening out there, I know y'all listening. Shout out to the community, man. Much love and respect to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for supporting all of the channels within the network. But make sure y'all show y'all support. If you got the extra funds, like me myself, I drink and I smoke, so I can take $20 out of my recreational money to show the brother and his wife some support, man. Why don't y'all follow up and do that? I'm about to do that right now, man. Peace and power.
Peace and power. Yeah, I want to play these videos, brother. A few video clips of Donald Trump and the two forerunners, Donald Trump and Joe Biden. Play a few video clips, so we could do some narratives. You want me to stop, brother? Stop the video. Just let me know when I stop.
Okay, I'm rocking with you,
they're not that long. They're clips anyway.
Know everything about him, all of his misdeeds, and there are many. He's a corrupt person. He's a compromised president who is leading our country to hell in the true sense. And I don't know if you know what this means. He is a Manchurian candidate. Trust me on that. It's not good.
What an asshole.
Under crooked Joe Biden, our country is going through some very difficult times. The rule of law is being destroyed, and the justice system is being wielded as a weapon against Joe Biden's political opponents, me primarily. Over the past few months, I've heard from countless Americans who are deeply disturbed by these appalling political persecutions and attacks. I want to say to you today, do not despair and do not lose hope. Every injustice they throw at us, every hoax, witch hunt, and abuse of power must only harden our will and steel to resolve to save our nation. This is the nation we love. We will save it. We will not let this happen. Our vindication will come on Election Day 2024. We will take back power from these lunatic, sick, and sinister people. We will expose their corruption for history to see, and justice will be done. So keep on fighting and turn all of our frustration and your frustration and energy into.
Brother Key, you know how many people this dude got? You know, they did what they did, but he encouraged them and he rallied these people. And a lot of these people are in prison now. A lot of them in prison.
Hey, he got some. I saw a meme that said, supporting this dude and catching the 22-year charge for the same person that wouldn't even let your grandmother stay in one of his apartment complexes is wild.
What's crazy about that is, you said what you said. He wouldn't let some of the people stay in his apartment complex, and the way he speaks to some of them. Now he was down in Puerto Rico throwing paper towels at the people, and this same ethnicity was rallying his people on his behalf, and now he's doing 22 years in prison because because Donald Trump did what he said he can do concerning the Republicans. Donald Trump was not a Republican before he ran for president. He was a Democrat. He said he's going to run Republican because Republicans are stupid and they'll do anything I ask them to do. He actually said that.
Into determination to achieve an epic victory in November 2024. Nothing is more important. This will be the most important election in the history of our country. Our country is going bad. Our country is going into a communist state. And we can't let that happen.
You're right, Brother Willis McCoy.
Again, we cannot
The
let
actors.
anything happen to this precious country of ours. Thank you very much.
I'm not mad at you, brother. You're right about that. They are actors.
Nearly 13,500,000 jobs just since you got me sworn in January of 2020. 800,000 new manufacturing jobs. But you wouldn't know from all the negative news you hear. But we're getting through this, one of the greatest job creation periods in American history. For real, that's a fact. And you know, it wasn't that long ago we were losing jobs in this country. In fact, the guy who held this job before me was just one of two presidents in history. He was one of, but there's an important point. One of two presidents in history that left office with fewer jobs in America than when he got elected office. By the way, you know who the other one was? Herbert Hoover. Isn't that kind of coincidental? When the last guy was here, you were shipping jobs to China. Now we're bringing jobs home from China. When the last guy was here, your pensions were at risk.
You cannot trust guys who hold their eyes like that. His eyes are too beady to be trustworthy. He got a real untrustworthy look on his face. And not only that, he called us niggas.
We helped save millions of pensions. With you.
I could have sworn.
The last guy was here. He looked at the
Yes, he did.
world from Park.
So yeah, that's what I thought he said. I thought I was tripping. That's why I looked up like that. I thought that's what he said. Yeah, that's crazy.
And he called us niggas in the past. Straight up. And he wrote the 94 crime bill, him and Bill Clinton, the other president that our people revered. Both of them wrote the 94 crime bill that massively incarcerated our people. These two.
That's wild, because I thought I was tripping, but I could have sworn he just said niggas, right?
I look at it from Scranton,
Yeah, he said nigga.
Pennsylvania. I look at it from Claremont, Delaware. Not a joke.
See, it's the back and forth, brother. And, you know, the back and forth and the jokes about each other.
The Biden plan would destroy protections for people with pre-existing conditions.
Heartless.
Oh, God.
Heartless.
In the middle of a pandemic.
This is interesting to watch, isn't it?
Joe Biden wants to inflict a painful shutdown on the entire country. His shutdown will inflict unthinkable and lasting harm.
Painful just watching
on
it.
our nation's children.
He shut down the whole country. He is the king of shutdown.
Yeah, and cover up.
And cover up.
The Biden plan would destroy protections for people with pre-existing conditions.
Do you believe this guy?
He's in court right now trying to get rid of the Affordable Care Act that you brought into being. If people have diabetes, high blood pressure, breast cancer, he's coming for them. He's going to take away their protections, all the protections that you created.
They're going to eliminate Affordable Care Act?
Heartless.
Oh, God.
Heartless.
In the middle of a pandemic.
I think it's a reckless disregard for human life.
Kamala Harris ran for president by rushing to the radical left, calling for trillions in new taxes.
We have been so clear about this. We will not raise taxes on anyone who makes less than $400,000
Well, $1.3 trillion went to the top 1%. you're going to start paying your fair share. That's what she's talking about.
That's right.
Nobody, and I say it, openly, and I'm not even criticized for it. Nobody has done more for the black community than any president, I would say, with the exception of Abraham Lincoln.
Unbelievable. 1 in 1,000. That's the number of black Americans that have died because of COVID-19, of which he knew. He was in position.
Salute. Mic check, man. Let me know if y'all can hear me. I think the good brother may have fell off. Let me get a mic check if you guys can hear me. Salute to everybody out there in the chat, man. Much love and respect. Okay, the OG Philly. I see the OG can hear me. Yeah, the good brother may have some connection issues, but salutes to everybody out there in the chat, man. OG Philly, DJ Zippy. Salute. Willis McCoy, salute. Lee Butt, salute. Make sure y'all cop that book. I just got my copy just now, man, so I can show some support for the brother and his wife, man, with her wonderful work, man. Salute. Okay. The brother dropped the link. He should be right back in. Thank you all for being patient. Thank you all for your support. Please like the stream, share the stream if you can. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I won't ask y'all to do nothing that I didn't do. Salutes to everybody, man. Much love and respect. Peace and power. See y'all out there in the chat. Get a good brother a second. He should be right back. Awesome topic today. There's the good brother. Try to hold it down for you while you was off the panel, good brother.
I guess they don't like our conversation, Brother Key. Kick me off my own channel.
Yeah, you know.
That's crazy.
They're going to have to get used to it, man.
Yeah.
And Bro.Nasir, let me say this real quick.
Yes, sir.
I want you to get a chance. Run that back. He said no other presidents have did anything for the people except for maybe the one in himself, and that's a fact. But he didn't even do nothing for the people. Exactly. So none of them have did nothing for the people.
Exactly. You know, you're gonna put himself in it.
Exactly. He barely could name one other person because none of them did nothing for the people, and that's why we doing what we doing.
Exactly.
Some sense into our people, tell them stop participating. But go ahead, brother.
Don't participate. Stay home. Stay home. You know, if you're one of those people who have election day off, just enjoy your day off. That's all.
Hey, good brother. Guess what, man? I don't really want to interrupt the stream with this, but you know, just for having a good heart, when I ordered the book, I actually got a $20 credit through Amazon, so the book ended up being free for me. So I tell you what, if it's anybody who I see showing extra support to any channel within the network, this channel, support Bro.Nasir, and I'm gonna get your copy of the book since mine was free.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. That is dope. Mm-hmm. You know, that's a beautiful gesture, brother. To gift somebody with the book because they're gonna enjoy it. They're gonna enjoy the book. When I get off here, I'm gonna go read. I'm gonna read for hours. Yes, you're gonna enjoy it.
I can't wait to get mine, man. You know, when I spent my time away, man, it was a sister named Terry McMillan, man. I read about
Familiar.
12, about 12 of her books, man. That really helped me get through my time. So, you know, I want to show your wife support. We want to support her to motivate her to continue to put books out, and it'll just be a blessing to have a connection, you know, to someone, you know, who's doing that type of work, man. That's great. That's amazing. A lot of people have these ideas, but they ain't able to finish, you know, and for her to, you know, have the mental stability and the support from you, man, to be able to do something like that, that's a beautiful thing, man. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. And brother, I'm gonna say, brother, it's some brilliant writing. It's brilliant writing, brother. You're gonna be like, wow. I'm telling you, it's some brilliant writing, brother. Brilliant.
Yeah, man, we ready for movie mode after this, man. You know, she already dropping the screenplays, man. We ready for the movies next. Y'all gotta let me get a little scene, man, and I'll be satisfied.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You got people, you know, trying to contact for that. I mean, it's you know, we got contacts all over. You just gotta get the lawyers on deck. That's all. Get them lawyers on deck. But you know, it's some very brilliant writing, brother.
Yes, sir.
And I appreciate it. I appreciate you, your support and everybody's support who's supporting my wife's book. Yes, sir, brother, OG. What you said was very intricate on the subject. You know, he put himself in it to be a good president, and to tell us he did more for us than anybody ever did for us while doing nothing for us. It's crazy.
Exactly. And I forget the other president
He said Abraham Lincoln, the one who was
Abraham Lincoln. Yeah, so that was goddamn 200 years ago. Somebody
yeah,
did
yes,
nothing.
sir.
Nobody did nothing for us since.
200 years ago, brother. Wow. He did, since Abraham Lincoln, he did the most for our people. You know, it's like, you know.
And that was allegedly freeing us from slavery.
But people get it misconstrued about emancipation. Emancipation don't mean freeing somebody. Emancipation means when a child is emancipated from his parents, what does that mean? They're from under their parents. Their parents don't got to take care of them no more. That's what emancipation is.
Yeah, they own their own, basically.
They own their own. Basically, exactly. So when it said the Emancipation Proclamation, he proclaimed that we was emancipated, and you know what's crazy about that is that was done after we built the nation, our nation.
So that proves my point that I always say that none of them have did nothing for it.
Oh no, hell
Not
no.
one president. They all want warp speed ahead for this corporation. They did what was best for the corporation, and they're going to continue doing what's best for this corporation. Go ahead.
It's not in the best interest of the corporation that they do anything for us. Every stride that we have done, have gotten and gained, it was because of one of us decided to, get up off our ass.
Hey, enemies public, real quick, my brother. Can you show me a king that did anything for his people? That's why I don't understand these people that be on that king stuff either. Show me a king that did anything but taxes.
Well, you got kings, you got queens, and you got the peasants. That's what they consider you.
Exactly.
King consider you a pawn in the peasant. You got a chessboard, bro. You got a chessboard.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? King, queen, pawns, peasants. Anything other than queen is a damn pawn and a peasant.
That's what I'm saying. I've never seen the king do anything for sheep or his peasants besides tax them. King, president, governor, mayor. Oh, I mean, we got our people in a lot of the largest cities that's in position there that ain't doing nothing for the people. Still, they're doing for the corporation. It's right in our face. The 5 largest cities are ran by our people, and they ain't doing nothing for us. They just business as normal. But go ahead, brother.
It's business as usual, brother. And they got like women who can potentially give birth to soldiers as police chiefs. And look what happened on their watch. Look at what happened on the watch of the young mayor in Chicago. A slew of immigrants coming, and they closed the school down because they said they didn't have funding to teach the children in the school. But as soon as the immigrants come, they put the immigrants in the school. If there's no funding for if there's no funding for a school, why is there funding for you to house the immigrants? If there's no funding for a school, why is there funding for giving these people a stipend when they come here? They get stipend. They all got stipends, especially in New York. It was to the point that the people got spoiled in New York. They was whining and dining them and putting them in 3- and 4-star restaurants and hotels. But when they told them they had to go to a shelter, all hell broke loose. They're like, hell no, I'm not staying in no shelter, because they were spoiled with the hotels and the whining and dining for months. But a member of the society still homeless on the street. Now that's the mockery of it all. The member of the society is still on the street. When the immigrants come, they get housed. Why?
Big facts, brother.
That's the craziest part about it. And the sister brought it up in Chicago. For every immigrant that you take care of, you should be taking care of a member of the society.
Man, you know how crazy that sound? That sound like a father taking care of the neighbor kid next door, and his damn son need a pair of shoes. Like, this shit crazy. Yeah, that's just crazy, man. You know what I mean? You got things going on in your own house, then you stepping outside of your own house trying to solve problems to put up a facade for everybody, and you ain't even taking care of your own business. That's just insane. But that's the backwards type of society that we live in, and that's the way of the system that we come up in, man. We ain't learned that this shit backwards and upside down by now, you can never get it.
Oh yeah, definitely. This is a total contrary and backwards ass nation, bro. Total contrary. I mean, look at the moves they make, and how things are ran. Total contrary. Like I said before, bro, I've seen drug dealers with more morals than politicians.
I seen killers with more morals.
I've seen murderers with more morals than politicians. Killers, bro. But some people, it's like the brother said, that God complex, that Savior complex, wanting a Savior. And when you put your trust in a politician like that, it's like you seeing them as your Savior. But they're not going to do a damn thing for you. They're going to do the same thing they always do, tell us that we'll do it next time, or I'm not no one's president exclusively, but you're doing something for everybody else besides those who really need it.
Or brother, they'll blame it on Congress. Congress wouldn't let me pass this bill because we got a Democratic Congress and I'm a Republican. There's always excuses. Go ahead, brother. I didn't mean to cut you off.
But you're right though, bro. Those jokers disagree in public, but they agree when it come to us. They damn sure agree when it come to us. They just disagree in public. I know about, I used it when it came to the feminist movement, the Sister Act, the Brother Act. Act like they, we talked about the other day, brother, the alignment thing, aligning themselves with us, but they really not our damn.
Yes, sir. They on their own agenda, but they blend us into their agenda.
Exactly. They want to make it seem like they're with us, and they're only with us physically. That's what an alignment is, to only be with you physically, but they don't share your sentiments, they don't share your goal, they don't share your pain, and they're not trying to, like I said before, develop that nervous system that we should develop among each other, feeling each other's pain. That's a nervous system developed among our people. They don't feel that way about us, because if they did, just imagine brothers and sisters being killed all over the nation. There's no hate crime bill. If there was ever a hate crime bill signed, the first people it should have been signed for is on our behalf. Ever. If there ever was a hate crime bill, it should have been signed to protect us. But everybody got hate crime bills. I'm gonna say what you said, brother. Crimes of humanity. We need to, like you said before, stop dealing with the slavery thing and sue these people for reparations because of crimes of humanity that was committed against us. Brother, enough was done in our lifetime to sue them for. And we was here since the 60s.
Big facts, brother. 65 here.
Exactly. We're in the mid 60s, right smack dead in the mid. And enough was done then for us to sue them for reparations. Some of us, brother, believe in the presidential campaigns and the already broken promises. Because whenever they promise you something, it's already broken as they doing it, brother. They make promises just to break them. I bet when they go home and when they close out, they said, these are some of the most gullible people on the planet. We could tell these people any damn thing. They believe anything that you tell them, and they'll just go out and give you their vote. You know they have meetings about us. They're the most gullible people on the planet. How could the people be so damn gullible and like putty in your hands? When these politicians come to our town, you haven't seen them before. They haven't put no work in our cities. We should just run their ass away. Get up out of here, man. Where do you come from? Who sent you? Even on the local level, who sent you, man? We don't know you. You running for office or something? No, we're not voting for nobody. That shit waste of damn time.
I guarantee you go back and tell his boss that. Go ahead, brother.
Exactly. But you know what they do though, bro? They'll find somebody and give this person some crumbs to go out there and speak on his behalf and beat the drum for them. That's what they do that a lot. They'll find somebody. They'll find who they think can influence us and put that person on us, and we need to keep that in mind too and run that person away too. Well, it didn't work, boss. Let me go back and say it didn't work, boss. They really tired of our shit. Everybody they send to us, you send them back with their head down. These people are really tired of our shit. So we're going to have to do something. We have to give them something. But let our people tell it. Joe Biden said, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. He said that. He said that on one of the biggest radio shows in the world, bro. If you don't vote for me, you ain't black.
I wish I could have kicked his ass down the longest flight of stairs known to a building. You know what I'm saying, man? That was so disrespectful, man. And people still voted, and I ain't mad at him. I'm mad at us because these people doing what they supposed to be doing. This is why I say, when we get to talk about other people, it ain't the other people, it's us.
OG said it. He said it. He said it during the debate, the insanity part. He said it. Because these people haven't changed how they did a goddamn thing. And it's insanity to think that they did when they showing you they haven't.
That's right.
And we still go out and we said we're going to go cast our vote. They haven't changed.
We did the etymology. OG didn't even have to go there far, man, because his presentation was beautiful. But man, we had a thing to where we broke down the etymology of the word vote. Voting, you gotta vocalize your vocabulary. This is something that's coming inside, coming from inside. So you give your vote is your vow to the system. So you basically giving the system your vow or your promise, like you would give your wife or your husband marriage vows and shit. So we giving a vow to a system that ain't vowing to us. It ain't even promising. It's promising, but we ain't getting nothing back.
Yeah, exactly.
We divorce our husband or our wife because they broke our vows. Yet and still, we continue to marry this motherfucker. Excuse my language. We continue to marry this system every time, again and again. Every time the election comes up, that's insane.
That's why it's so easy for you people can go into a court and say, "Look, I'm done," because they're not a committed person. Not even a judge. All the way to the judge, they're not committed either. It's a game. They don't give a damn about that. About the laws that they say they are governed under, or the laws in general. They don't give a damn about that. It's a game. They come in. It's an outright game because the prosecution and the defense are both passing the same damn bar to become lawyers. They're both lawyers.
And all they care about is, are you going to pay that fine?
It's winning or losing, bro. It's about winning and losing and money. Winning, losing, and money. Have you ever now? What's crazy about that is you see prosecutors after they don't send so many people to jail, they become defense attorneys. A lot of them become defense attorney, playing both sides of the damn fence.
That's right. They go in, they build their relationship, as far as on the prosecuting side, and then that's how they justify themselves. Because they know they done send a lot of innocent people to jail and all that. So they call that, trying to recalculate their moral standard when they come back and try to help people get off the stuff. Brother, you on point with that. That's a conversation that need to be had.
Yes, sir.
So how the same person who, think about this, the same person that was working as a prosecutor, locking people up, this is they're supposed to be doing this for a reason. Now, for what reason would you turn around and do the opposite of what you were doing in the beginning? It's because it's all a game.
It's a game.
I already learned I know how to lock people up. So of course I know how to keep people from getting locked up type of shit. I worked my last few years of my career helping people not go to jail, and then it kind of balance it out. We're always picking the lesser two evils when it comes to the system.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Keith, real quick, I ain't mean to cut you off, bro. And the other game is, when they're working for the state, they make basically state wages. But once they become against the state, that's when they can basically finance and defend people and get the maximum dollar.
Oh yeah,
so
definitely.
It's a game of money and benefits.
I was gonna go there with that. You beat me to the punch, brother. Because those paid lawyers, if you're not a public defender, you become a paid lawyer, like a defense attorney, and those retainer fees and all that, and you're going to trial with a defendant, and you're defending this defendant, you're getting more money as opposed to what you're getting paid by the state as a prosecutor. And then a lot of them, they join these big firms, become partners, and the whole nine.
Yep, they make the most money because they tell you, look, anybody knows who got a criminal history. If your lawyer used to be a prosecuting attorney, you already know he ain't good with the prosecutor. So if you put enough money in his hand, all he got to do is drop envelope off at the right place, and I don't give a damn how gifted you is. If they not gonna let him lose their case if he agrees they harm him a little bit. You know how this system works.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think that's why they don't like our conversation, good bro.
Yeah, I think they. I know for a fact they don't like our conversation. No, they don't. Yes, sir. Kick me off the channel, brother. I smell a new world odor, brother. And we're going to keep this going, too, because we're going to try to tell our people that it's not worth it. We need to try something different, really, truly different, and stop getting hit with the same damn jab. It's like getting hit with the same jab. You got at some point you got to dip and counter instead of getting hit with the same jab. Every 4 years, when you can tell what these people are going to do, and then you fall a victim to it. Like I said before, brother, when it came to the infighting and stuff, let them do it. It's your chance to escape. You don't get between two people who have mistreated you when they're fighting. Let them fight. While they're fighting, as a matter of fact, arm them both. If you can arm them both and let them take each other out while you get away, that's what you're supposed to do. But a lot of us want to get between our oppressors. A lot of our people are suffering from Stockholm syndrome. They are feeling right now. Some of our people feeling Donald Trump is being treated unfairly because of the indictments and all that. They feel like he's being treated unfairly. You know, our people, we don't like to see people treated unfairly, but he's not being treated unfairly. So they going to his defense. People saying, well, I'm voting for Trump. No, you shouldn't be voting for nobody, left or right, jackass or elephant. Leave that shit alone. We should vote for us. All of us should rally our people up and be like, look, we're not voting for nobody. We're setting this shit out. If one of them win, they're going to have to do some serious motherfucking counting. But we sitting it out. But some people think you're giving up your right if you do that, though. No, if you got a right to vote, you got a right to not vote. It's like, which is crazy is people think that because you got a right to do something, if there's no worthy candidate, go vote anyway. That's stupid. If you don't got nobody worthy of your vote, why would you go vote for somebody any damn way? When you don't see nobody that you feel worthy of you going out on a November morning and say, I'm going to cast a vote. Some of us think that we should vote anyway, even if there's no worthy candidates. We should go out and vote for somebody. That makes no damn sense. Whether you have a right to do, you have a right not to do it too. I didn't want this to be real long, brother, but I just wanted to come up here and let the people know that I smell a new world odor.
Oh yeah, man, great topic, great bill. We ain't been able to build for a little minute, man, but I appreciate you for having me up here, man. And, you know, we got plenty more to come. But salute, man, on the topic, man. You always do a great job with the presentations, man, you know, and I appreciate them. And I appreciate you for having me up, good brother.
I appreciate you coming up, brother. You know what it is, brother. You the bro. You know what it is.
Yes, sir. Oh, yeah, you and OG Philly, man, you know, ain't no question about it, man. Much love and respect to you both, man.
Much love, honor, and respect to you too, brother. Salute to you, peace and power.
Yeah, the brother in me, public. Thank you for letting me up when you did this topic. You know, I had to jump in. This is one of my favorites. You know, you like I always tell you, give excellent presentations. You know, and I just like to be add my little points in.
Yes, sir.
So, you know, appreciate you. Much love and respect to you, my brother Key, and everybody in the chat, man. Grand Rock. Thank you, brother.
This is only part one, brother, because
looking forward to plenty more.
You know this new world odor gonna linger, so it ain't gonna go away. So I smell a new world odor part 2 is gonna be coming up. So because it's gonna linger all the way to November 2024. So we gotta keep talking about it, brother.
And they gonna do something stupid because that's all they've been doing is stupid stuff, and to give us more information to fuel our fire. So go ahead, brother. Much respect.
We're going to have a lot to talk about because we knew any other year of election, when next year is supposed to be a next presidential seat, we know that they will be promoting way harder than what they are. Actually, they're not promoting at all right now. So this could lead to us. What's going on?
What did Forrest Gump say, brother? Stupid is what stupid does. Right. So they're gonna do, as the brother said, they're gonna do something stupid, and I'll be waiting for their stupidity.
Yes, sir.
Them doing something, you know, to know that they're doing something stupid, brother. It's like, you know, tomorrow coming. It's on its way, brother. Tomorrow is coming, and that's how sure I know they're gonna do something stupid. And on that note, brother, I appreciate you and the brother OG coming up, brother Key Norfolk. And I'm going to end the stream right here. And we'll discuss our future topics, brother.
Oh yeah, peace and power, good brother. I appreciate you and OG. Man, if you got a little time, I know you got an early morning, man, but if you got a little time, I'm gonna strike the stream up right now. You know, even if you got 5 or 10 minutes, man, we'll love your presence. And you know I share the stream. So if you guys out there, you coming from my Facebook, you coming from my channel, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to my brother, The Enemy's Public, and make sure you publish the book and be on the lookout. I'm gonna post that on my community wall. Salutes to everybody. Peace and power.
Peace and power, brother. As soon as you fire up, I'm gonna come through there for a little bit, brother.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Peace and power, brother. Before I go, I want to say thank you to the family in the chat. I appreciate you for coming through. I want to say thank you to DJ ZPE, my brother Big Dog Philly OG, Kimba M. Thanks for coming through. Thanks for Brown's Flat Power God for coming through. Thanks for the Realist McCoy for coming through. Thanks to my brother Key Norfolk for coming through. Let me get to the comments on the computer so I can read them all. I want to make sure I thank everybody for coming through. Thank you for Lee Butts for coming through. Thanks for coming through, Lee Butts. Let's see. I want to make sure I thank everybody. Thanks to my brother P. Moses for coming through. Brothers always supporting. I really, really appreciate that, my brother. I'm going to play one song and we're going to end the stream. One of my favorites, Chris Cyphers.
Let go. Let go. Let go. Cyphers. Shutty ass, I'm an MC and lick it. Mommy wanna ride with him, lick it. Let go. Let get it. Let get it. Shorty ass, I'm an MC and let get it. Mommy wanna ride with him, let get it. 10, 20, 50 Benjamins, let's get it. Let get it. Let's get it, yeah. Once again, I'm out with the gang, let's get it. Non-recession money ain't a thing, let's get it. No time given to a lane, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Shorty ass on my MCM, let's get it. Mommy wanna ride with him, let's get it. 10, 20, 50 Benjamins, let's get it. Money in my bank, chubby with the cake. Pull it out for haters cause they hate. Gotta fix your face. Number 4 gorilla in this train. Yeah, I'm about to take off, let get it through your brain. We will never hang. Never hang. I don't do TikTok, my watch do the same. Niggas like flip-flops, they sliding on game. You need a pit stop, get up off my wave. Rappers not this side, no, I don't see flame. No, they complaining cause they do it on my own. Got a lot of mouth, but I don't see you on. Why these niggas still fake for the brand? Getting used by the ops once again. You will never ever know. Never ever ever. I got mega with the flow. Mega with the flow. I got got a mission to bow. All I need is some fine women willing to go. Let go. Let get it, get it. Let get it, get it. Shorty ass on my MCM, let get it, get it. Mommy wanna ride with him, let get it, get it. 10, 20, 50 Benjamins, let's get it, get it. Let get it, get it. Let get it, yeah. Once again, I'm out with the gang, let get it, get it. No recession money ain't a thing, let get it, get it. No time given to a lane, let get it. Let get it, get it. Let get it, get it. Shorty ass on my MCM, let get it, get it. Mommy wanna ride with him, let get it, get it. 10, 20, 50 Benjamins, let's get it, get it.
A once gold-driven, ambitious Sapphire turns to the street life after the sudden death of her big brother Dre. Dre's best friend Devontae tries to honor his homeboy's last request of looking out for his baby sister. The rebellious Sapphire makes it very difficult for Devontae to carry out his promise. Author Angela King James presents Fire. Get it on Amazon, on paperback, or Kindle. This is The Enemy's Public. I am Bro.Nasir. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section. Peace.